alone. I know that most people, they kind of like go into saying that, but I've been hurt by people, I've been abused by people, but still, you still need people. There are people that you form good relationships with. So that is why what we're talking about. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Thoughts with Helen Eugene, and I hope you guys are blessed. If you are new, please subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you for joining us, and for those that are coming back, thank you for the support, thank you for the love, guys. I am really grateful. Okay, in this channel we talk about all things that are self-improvement, self-development, self-care, self-love, because I believe that you cannot give what you do not have, but when you have in abundance, you can give and bless others, which is why we were created. We were created to bless others. Okay, let's get down to it, guys. In this channel today, we're going to be talking about defining relationships. Having good relationships in your life is very important, and it's very healthy for you as a person. You can't just be an island. You cannot stand on your own. You need people around you. But having great relationships, it cannot be underemphasized. It's really important. So having relationships around you, it's good for your overall well-being. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your emotional health. It's good generally for you. It's good for also your financial well-being, guys. You can really get opportunities and things like that from the people that you have around you. Inspiration, motivation, and growth is inspired most times by the people that we have around us. That is why you cannot just stand alone. I know that most people, they kind of like go into saying that, but I've been hurt by people, I've been abused by people, but still, you still need people. There are people that you form good relationships with. So that is why what we're talking about. And today, I just want you to sit back and relax, and let's know what it is to define the relationships that you have in your life. When you are defining the relationships that you have, we're talking about knowing what is this relationship all about. Is it a friendship? Is it a mentorship? Is it a family? Is it a business partnership? Is it a colleague? Is it manager and employee? Whatever the relationship is it a child and a parent relationship? It has to be well defined. If a relationship is not well defined, we'll talk about it. That's when hurts come in. That's when a lot of things come in. So you need to know, what is this relationship? Does it even have a definition? You need to give each and every relationship that you have in your life a definition, and you need to define the purpose of that relationship. What is it that you are getting out of this relationship, or you are giving into this relationship, guys? It's very, very important to know and define the relationships in our lives. It is what it is, and what is the purpose of the relationship. That is the definition of a relationship. And then there's also romantic relationships that also need a definition. Is it a romantic relationship? Is it long term? Is it serious? You also need to give it a definition, and what is the purpose of that relationship as well. You might be saying, why should we define the relationship in our lives, guys? When you define any relationship that you have, you are essentially protecting yourself, because you manage your expectations. You know what you are expected to do in the relationship, or what you are expected to function as, and you know what you expect from the other person, because the relationship is defined. So you manage your expectations. You won't have one-sided expectations, like you are expecting that this person should care, and this person looks at you and sees a colleague, and you look at them maybe and see a friend, of which it's not. And one of those relationships that really kind of get mixed up a lot, it's a relationship between colleagues. Sometimes because we spend so much time with people, we might tend to think that they are now our friends, and whereas they look at us and see colleagues and see people that they just work with. A friendship is when somebody cares about you, goes beyond just the work environment, goes beyond somebody that they just talk to. It goes beyond that. It now has like love and care inside of it. So sometimes we kind of like get that mixed up, and we get hurt in the process, guys, because if somebody looks at you as a colleague and you think they are your friend, you kind of like go sharing, oversharing, and giving them a lot of details that they can use to hurt you, about your life. So we should be careful to define and know what is this relationship all about, so that you know what you're expecting from the other person, and also you know what they're expecting from you, how they expect you to relate with them. And when you're talking about expectations as well, you would know what the person expects you to kind of like ask them or say, how to be there for them and things like that. Sometimes we hurt people by not saying anything. Sometimes we hurt people by saying stuff that they didn't expect us to say. There are people that you can say things to and they take it as okay, it's fine. And there are people that you can say something to and to them it's offensive because the relationship hasn't gotten to that level. So it's good to define and know the relationships that we have. Sometimes you have a mentor and mentee. This is where, as well as in churches, people have abandoned churches because people kind of like get that mixed up as well. Somebody is your mentor, is your pastor, and you tend to think that it has gone over, or you tend to go over and above that kind of relationship, or they go over and above that kind of relationship, and at the end of the day people get hurt, people get abused, guys, and it's not really a good thing to have. So if somebody is your mentor and you are a mentee, or you are a mentor and the person is a mentee, it should be defined, and it should really stay that way. If you now introduce maybe a friendship in the inside of it, it might even jeopardize the relationship. So we gotta know where we stand. And the other thing, when you define relationship, guys, you create boundaries. You know where you need to stop. You know where you need to stop. You know what you can't just do. You know the things that you cannot pass and do. If you're a mentor to someone, you can't be going to your mentee and over complimenting them and making them kind of like uncomfortable and things like that. You would know, if you define the relationship very well, and you will know what is expected of you. And also on us as people, if you've defined that this relationship, it's a friendship. What kind of friendship is it? Is it close friendship, or is this acquaintance, or whatsoever? You would know where to draw your boundaries. You would know where not to get involved. You would know where to get involved, and you would know the things that you allow the person in. Where you allow the person, is it in your personal space, is it in your inner space, things like that. Where to stop, where to kind of like cut it. So it's important, guys, we define the relationships. And the last thing, really, why we should define relationship is that we minimize the hurts and disappointments that we have in life. When you know that this person is just a colleague, it's not a friend, and you don't overshare with the person, you are minimizing the chances of you getting hurt. You're minimizing the chances of you overly expecting from the person care and love and things like that. And then when you hear that the person is doing some things and they are not telling you, when they're just a colleague, it won't hurt you as much as if you thought they are your friend, and there are some stuff that you hear from people and they don't share with you. But if you know very well that this person is just a colleague, it won't hurt you that much. Okay. And how can we now define the relationships? Most of us, we tend to define the relationships by just asking the person, especially if it's a romantic relationship. We ask the person, where is it going? But really, that's not where to get the truth. I just believe that you need to be sensitive, you need to be very observant, and you need to be you know, observant and sensitive, and also to check out for yourself, you know. uh, there's no way really you can ask some people. When you ask them, they will just give you what you want to hear, you know. But when you observe the actions, the Bible also says that by their fruits you shall know them. When you observe their actions, when you observe what they do, then you can tell if this person really has gone beyond being a colleague. This person now cares about me as a person, you know. That's when you can now say, oh, this is now a friendship, or this relationship is going somewhere, it's serious. But there are some relationships that are really defined by paper and pen. If you have a business partner, I believe that it's always great. It's a prerequisite, like it's a requirement that you put pen and paper down to define the partnership. What kind of partnership? Is it 50-50? Is it 60-40? Things like that, you know, to kind of like avoid misunderstandings. You need to put pen and paper down. And yeah, business partnerships are like that. Anything financially, really, it's like that. Trainings and everything, mentor, mentee, in the business world, there needs to be defined. Pen and paper has to be written down so that you know what this person ought to do for you, what do you have to get out of it, and things like that. Then money exchange transactions, they need to be documented, and that's it. But on a personal level, really, guys, we just need to be very discerning and very sensitive, and we need to also be observant, you know. So I hope you guys are blessed by today's videos. Let's go. If there's any relationship that you are in that you really are not sure, what is it? Is this person a friend? Is this person not a friend? Be observant, guys. Pray about it, you know. Make sure that you define it very well before you go on and start oversharing and start, you know, caring for the person, and yet the person really doesn't see you as that much of a close friend and doesn't care about you so much as you do. So I hope you guys are blessed. Have a lovely week. This video will be posted on Sunday, and I will be posting my videos every Sunday, guys. Thank you for the support, and remain blessed. Thank you.